Good day, Minecraftians. Purple Mentat here, bringing you more Running Red. If you can hear some beeping in the background, I apologize. They are working on the parking lot of my apartment complex, so there may be construction noises today. I'll do my best to edit them out. No guarantees. Alright, last time I left off on the search for a ghast tier, and as promised, I built a thing. Now, this is mostly made out of obsidian because explosions are bad, MK. And it's covered in edged glass from extra utilities so that I can stand up here far enough away for everything to spawn, but close enough to see what's happening, and for things to still move around a bit. Unfortunately, before I had a chance to record and show this off due to some real life, well, let's just call it drama, I lost that opportunity because of, well, this is now obsolete. But let me show you how it would have functioned. First, let's have that fire bat come at me. Kill him up here where it can't damage the glass. Oops. And I have my flight potion and my golden apples, which make this work very, very well. Now, part of the trick here is you shoot one of these pigmen to get all of their attention. That includes you. And then, you just come over here, and they will happily file off into the nothingness, leaving the place open for you to kill the ghasts. This little hole can be used to take out nitro creepers. The one useful thing that's coming out of this is wisps are spawning, which, if you want to get into Thaumcraft, it is possible in this map. It's just a bit of a workaround to make it happen. You need to get some pecks spawning to do it. But yeah, you can kill everything in there fairly safely, and then go take out whatever's left. Hopefully ghasts, with your looting weapon. Come on, die. Give me your goodies. There we go. Got a little bit of aqua essence from that one. Nice. Now, the problem is, as I said, this entire thing is now obsolete. Why? Well, come on, guy. Come at me. Come on. That's a good spider. Because, nowadays, you don't need to kill ghasts to get ghast tiers. Crazy, right? Whoa, hello. Wow. All of the zombie pigmen. Come on, guys. Last one in's a sore loser. You too. Flight potion makes killing zombie pigmen really, really easy. And an imp. Down he goes. Alright, so what am I talking about? Well, if you remember, you can create raw plastic in the last one with the recipe I had set up in this cyclic assembler over here. That has since been updated to be raw rubber instead for the exact same recipe. So 2 gravel, 1 clay, and 1 water bucket. Clay. Here we go. Will create raw rubber. Now, this raw rubber has had an added use. If it's put into a blood altar with 10,000 LP, you get a ghast tier. So, that has been solved in a fairly nice way. Unfortunately, it means that most of what I've done for the last 2 episodes has been utterly pointless. So, it's going to take probably close to a minute for this to actually process, as it's only transferring 5L, well, never mind. Actually, let's turn that off and... yeah, it's actually going pretty quick. Dang, those speedruns really do their job. But once we have that ghast tier, then we'll be in shape. Alright, I'm going to let this process, and then I'm going to turn that ghast tier into the chalk that I need to progress. And I'll be back once it's time to actually use those chalks that I've been working on to make myself the ritual diviner. See you soon. Alrighty, leaving the ghast tier in there created for me the elemental inscription tool air for another 1000 LP. That went really quick. And now it's time to make the elemental inscription tool fire. I need some blaze powder, which I could get a couple out of this blaze rod, just like that. Or I can toss the blaze rod into the pulverizer and get quite a bit more, with a good chance of getting sulfur, which I'm don't know if I'll end up using this pack, but is a useful byproduct most of the time. 1 slime ball and 1 blaze powder gets me the magma cream that I need to stuff into my altar to create the elemental inscription tool fire. Fantastic. Now, to make the Ritual Diviner, you can't actually look up the Ritual Diviner. It's Ritual of the Full Spring. That is what shows up in NEI. So, you're going to be making the one that cannot place Dusk Ruins, which is going to require an emerald and 4 diamonds. And, as you remember, the emerald still requires those 8 buckets surrounding a diamond. It's the only real method to get one, unless you're going to start melting down villagers into liquefied emerald. I don't have that technology yet, though it does sound like fun. So I'll be back once I have all of the materials I need. Alright, in getting prepared to have all of the materials I need, made myself my emerald and noticed that my consumption of diamonds is finally outpacing my ability to earn them from this first repeatable quest, which now takes, oh yep, resets in still just 3 days. Cooldown on completion 3 days and 0 hours. Yeah. So about an hour real life. It takes a bit. However, there's another path. And that requires the use of the pulverizer and and some ore berries. Not really requires, but it certainly makes life easier. If you throw an ore berry and a pulverizer in this pack, you double your ores. So you get 4 ingots per ore berry instead of 2. Which is important, because it also gets you your... Hey. Where did you come from? Why are you carrying wheat? Huh. That new island I built is not 100% lit up. I should go take care of that. And I should kill that guy while I'm at it. There you go. You be dead. What did I miss? Ah, this little section over here. There we go. And now it's safe. Fantastic. Air sigil. Alright, so what was I talking about? I was explaining producing your ferrous metal with your pulverizer so that you can get Invar. Because if you want to build more machines, you're going to need the right kind of metal to do it. And otherwise, Invar is rather expensive. If you remember. Actually, otherwise Invar is kind of impossible. I thought there was another path to it. I don't remember exactly what it is at this point in time. In any case, there is no... Oh, you know what it is? It might be ferrous. There's another path to get. Or nickel. In any case, you're going to need to pulverize your ore berries to get an easy and free source of Invar. It's a lot better than trying to rely on some arcane method that I seem to have completely forgotten about. And if you pulverize your gold, of course, I think there's a small chance of you getting copper from these. Nope. No chance of extra at all. Anyway, looking at the ore berries, when using copper in a pulverizer, there's no extra. When using tin, no extra. And when using aluminium, no extra. So it's only the iron providing Invar. The hilarious part is it has a 50% chance of providing 2 pulverized ferrous for you to get your Invar blend. So yeah, very, very important to do. For reasons I did not even realize before I started. So we'll make a ton of Invar. We'll also cook up a ton of gold and a ton of iron this way. And it's important to have a bunch of gold and a bunch of iron when you need diamonds. Because, oh, there we go. To make a diamond, you need 4 blocks of iron, 4 ingots of gold, and 1 ball of clay. That's basically your option unless you want to get it into mechanism. Well, even that won't quite work. Or bees. And bees are fun, but there's no gendistry. Oh, I suppose you could go down to BiblioCraft and turn 8 blocks of coal into 1 diamond, but coal is not exactly easy to come by in this pack. You pretty much need to process charcoal through your blood altar or kill wither skeletons. You're going to be better off using this recipe, I believe. But yeah, grab those two. They go in a nice, simple pattern like this. Emerald goes there. And now it's remembering where the inscription tools go. That is always the problem for me. So, ritual, we'll look it up. Air, earth, water is west. Ah, that makes sense. Water is west. Air is up, earth is down, fire is east. There we go. Ritual of the full spring. Now, the very first ritual we're going to want to use this for is the ritual of binding, which is going to require a total of 8, 12, 16, 20, 24 ritual stones and 1 master ritual stone. So I need to get going making some ritual stones. I'll show you how they're created first. The master ritual stone, 4 obsidian, 4 ritual stones, and a magician's blood orb. Okay, no problem. The ritual stones require reinforced slate and obsidian. 4 slates and 4 obsidian makes 1 ritual stone. I'm going to get making a bunch of reinforced slates, which require blank slates, a total of 3,000 LP each. I'm going to be at this for a while, folks. I'll be back when the grinding's done. Alrighty, let's take a look at what I've done. Made myself 64 reinforced slates and 64 obsidian. Built myself a little platform where I'll be setting up my ritual. Going to put some lights around the edges because I like the idea of torches on the corners of my blood magic ritual platform. And improved the pulverizer redstone furnace setup with a hopper feeding the ore berries directly into the pulverizer, which is now feeding the pulverized metal directly into the redstone furnace, which is feeding the completed pulverized metal into a chest. Which is good, because I need more diamonds where I'm going, and I'm mostly out of iron. So, yeah, it's an important one. Need all of the irons. In any case, that'll process for a while I go make myself some ritual stones. Ritual stones are really easy, as you saw. I'm going to have a full stack of the stones here. Ooh. Bam. I did that wrong. I still did that wrong. Hang on. What am I doing wrong here? Those are the reinforced slates. Ah, has to be the apprenticed blood orb, not the magician's. Here we go. There we are. Ritual stones. Make all of those. Right-click to do that, by the way. You will craft up to 1 full stack if you point at the output and right-click. And then I need more obsidian than I made because I need to make a... Okay. This is okay. So I set up my obsidian production slightly automated, put a resident portable tank on top. You can make the resident portable tank by tossing a reinforced portable tank into a tier 3 blood altar. And then just a case of create lava, toss buckets into the portable tank, which is outputting directly into the igneous extruder, which is outputting directly into the chest. Then all I need to do is wait the roughly 20 seconds it takes it to make me the 4 obsidian. Then I can go back and get the master ritual stone complete, and we can move on. This has been a bit of a grind, folks. Getting 64 reinforced slates. Well, let me show you exactly what was involved in that. So 1 blank slate is 1,000 LP, and then 1 reinforced slate is another 2,000, for a total of 3,000. Now remember that altar only holds 10,000 at a time, and I did 64 of those, which is 192,000 LP. And it moves so fast that you basically have to stand here and keep refilling it the entire time. Each kill is 1,500, so it's wait 20 seconds, kill 5 or 6 more of them. Actually, each kill, the exact amount is based on the creature that you're killing. That's what I screwed up way back when. Yeah, I should know better because villagers, but yeah, every creature seems to give a slightly different amount of LP. So yeah, you basically fill it up and then wait for it, and then fill it up and then wait for it. The little bits that's transferring out right now is filling the export buffer. As you can see, it says 9760 now. It can only transfer 20 LP a tick from the basin into the buffer that this pipe can pull out of. We're going to deal with that later. I have some plans. Okay, so now that I have that 4 obsidian, the master magician's blood orb, and the 4 ritual stones, I can make 1 master ritual stone. Before we go any further, I am going to need an activation crystal, which I forget the recipe for. Alright, so I'm going to need... Right. Yes. Need to make myself a weak activation crystal, which means throwing a lava crystal into a tier 3 blood altar. Let's go grab one of our spare lava crystals, since I've been getting so many from turning in that quest over and over. There's one. And I'll only ever need the 1 activation crystal, luckily. Unless I lose it. Well, that's beside the point. And this is going to go very fast, as you can see. I'm going to put a little bit more in there because I know that I drained some out into the buffer. There we go. Now, one very common error that many people make is they forget to bind this to themselves. You'll see that it currently has no owner, while these show a current owner of Purple Mentat. You need to point it at the air and right-click it. And it does nothing other than assign its owner to you. Alright, same with the Ritual of Binding, but you're going to find that out by holding Shift and right-clicking. Or the Ritual Diviner, sorry. So, Follow the Zephyr, Full Spring, Serenaded the Nether. There's some really cool rituals. I'll be using more of them as time goes on. Right now, I want the Ritual of Binding so that I can upgrade my altar. This is an essential required component. You will always need to make the Ritual of Binding if you make no other rituals if you want to continue blood magic. Now, as you can see, with the Ritual Diviner, all you need to do is right-click on the Master Ritual Stone. It will consume 1 Ritual Stone and place the appropriate ruin in Ritual Stone with the... Words are hard. It'll place the appropriate Ritual Stone with the appropriate ruin inscribed on it. So, I'm going to continue doing that until all of the ruins are placed. Alright. And that seems to be everything. That looks about right to me. Wow, I really love this Unity texture pack for blood magic. Cyanide X did a wonderful job with it. I mean, don't get me wrong, the default textures that Way had for these particular ones were pretty good. But this is just fantastic. I'm very happy. And the reason now you get to see the reason I built it exactly the way I did. I wanted to be able to fill in a nice solid ground around it. Alright. So why did I want the Ritual of Binding specifically? I wanted to start making blood tools. And to do that, I need to toss diamond tools into the Ritual of Binding after it's been activated by the weak activation crystal. And the very first diamond tool, the one that I absolutely need to progress, is a diamond sword. So let me get myself set up with a diamond sword. And I'm actually going to want 5 of these clays, because reasons that you shall see briefly. I don't have enough iron on hand, I believe, to... Oh yeah, I do. There we go. And let's make some diamond. Oh, no. I don't have nearly enough iron on hand to make 5 diamonds right now. Yeah. That's okay. I need a stick. Poof. My armor plus my ridiculous HP from the, well, everything else that I have protects me from little falls like that. Alright. Now, let me double check that I have enough LP. Yes, in fact I do. The Ritual of Binding only requires 5,000 LP, and I currently have 42,837. So, we're going to keep that diamond sword there. We're going to activate the ritual with the weak activation stone. You see a bunch of particle effects. Toss the sword in, and lightning. This is why this got its own 9x9 platform. There we go. I have a bound blade. I'm now going to put out fires that are near the wooden slab bridge, because that's just asking for trouble. And I have one bound blade deactivated. I'm going to right-click this. It is now current owner, purple matte tack. Caution, may cause a bad day. Now, the bound blade is an interesting one. If you haven't played with Blood Magic before, once you start getting into the bound tools, you need to be very, very careful. So, you activate it by holding shift and right-clicking, and it turns into a sword shape from, well, it's a ball normally. In this texture pack, it's a little ball on a stick, which is adorable. It's like a blood lollipop, which is maybe the most awful thing I've thought of all day. In any case, when it's in active mode, every few seconds, it's going to drain 100 LP from the network just for existing. See, there you go. You could see it tick over right there. Now, if the owner's network runs out of LP while it's activated, the blade will start consuming half of a heart from the owner instead. Every time you swing to kill something, it's going to draw a bit of LP from the network. So, divination, 37. Yeah, it's definitely not cheap to do this. But the reason you want to, one, it hits like a truck. Plus 12 attack damage is one of the most damaging weapons you can get your hands on. And two, should see some by now. There we go. Weak blood shard. You need some of these. These are essential. As soon as you have the one, you can make the Master Blood Orb. And as soon as you get another, then you can start duplicating the weak blood shards. So you need to get at least 2 of them. So I'm going to kill just a couple of more guys. Get myself that second blood shard. I thought I saw it fly by just now. There it is. Another weak blood shard. Good. Okay, and now I can put the bound blade away and be kind of happy that nothing terrible happened while I was using it. Now to turn the weak blood shard into the Master Ritual Stone, you need a tier 4 altar. So actually, I think you need a third of these. Because the other thing that the weak blood shard can be used for, besides these that you see going on right now, is to create... I can find it. Oh, no I can't. Hang on. There we go. 1 weak blood shard with 1 bit of stone creates 32 large bloodstone bricks. And these are an essential component for the next altar upgrade. So let me go get what I need together to make that altar upgrade happen, and then we will finally be able to create the inscription tool Dusk, which requires the tier 4 altar, which is what we started this whole crazy process for in the first place. Back soon. Alrighty, the primary thing that I needed to make this upgrade happen right now was Ruins of Sacrifice. So I made myself 28 more of these. Now I need the weak blood shard, like that, to get myself 32 large bloodstone bricks. The large bloodstone bricks need to go in these corners where these torches are, with a 4 high pillar, and they are the caps of that pillar. So I need more white stone than I have. Hang on. Inventory is always getting to be a bit of a mess again, but I've got plenty of room in the bag of holding. Don't need the lava sigil right now, or the activation crystal. Save you. Oops. Make sure that's deactivated. You don't want to just leave that active, you might accidentally die. And there's no death more embarrassing than the accidental death. We'll toss away you for now, and that should be... Actually, I'm going to need you back, aren't I? You. There. Get things tidied up, at least slightly. And I don't have any white stone, so I'm going to just gather up my sugarcane real quick. Continue the theme of the altar. Fantastic. Really kind of love this air sigil stuff. Alright. Sugarcane becomes sugar. Sorry for the delays here. And white stone. Make it all. Awesome. And because I basically only use it in brick form, I'll make it all into bricks. Fantastic. Okay, so as I was saying, you need 1, 2, 3, 4 bloodstone, which causes it to be slightly taller than the first set of pillars. And that needs to be on all 4 corners. Also important, which I don't have the tool out here for at the moment, but now I do. You need to remove 7 planks or whatever you've used to fill in temporarily and replace those with your runes of sacrifice. And these need to be on all 4 sides. And then eventually all 4 sides will look a little bit like this, except I'm going to tear out these bits as well and replace them with the white stone bricks, because it gives a more unified appearance to the whole thing. And yeah, so I'm going to go and do a little bit of building, get all 4 sides of this looking identical. Once we have reached that point, I shall return. Alright folks, there we have it. My blood altar is completely upgraded to tier 4. Starting to look pretty good. Going to be happy when it's done, but that's going to be a while. The next step requires lots of killing the wither. In any case, as you can see, the blood altar is now tier 4. And, make sure this is off, if I kill 1 skeleton, it is now worth 2,900 life essence, which is pretty fantastic. So, the very first thing that I want to do is, of course, make the next tier of blood orb. To do so, I need to put a weak blood shard into the altar and fill it with 40,000 LP. Luckily, when I'm getting 2,000 a swing, that's a lot easier than it used to be. But that's going to drain quite quickly, so I'll just keep killing things and keep an eye out of it. Keep an eye on it out of the corner of my eye. Almost done. You can see the blood in the basin kind of yo-yoing, which is fun. Now, the reason all of this is being done, ultimately, is that I can get some automation going and I never have to stab things manually again. And we are almost at that point. There we go. Master Blood Orb. Click that. Now bound to me. And I believe the Master Blood Orb allows me to hold 1,000,000 LP in my network. Let me double check that figure for you while I head over here and take care of business. So, as stated, I need dusk runes. Specifically, if I want to upgrade my Ritual Diviner, I'm going to need 2 Elemental Inscription Tool Dusks and 2 Demonic Slates. The Demonic Slates are made with a Imbued Slate, which is made with a Reinforced Slate, which is made with a Blank Slate. Getting 2 of them isn't a big deal. It's going to take a little while and a bit of effort. Not a problem. The Dusk tools require a block of coal each. I don't know where I'm at on coal at the moment. I have 5. But I also have a couple of blocks of charcoal. So I'm going to take these 2 blocks of charcoal and just turn those into coal. Wow, that was silly. Ah. I believe Gideon added the ability to turn charcoal into coal in the blood altar using... where is it? 1,000 LP each, no problem. So, let me get that going. I'm just going to put the whole thing in there. And I'll return when that's ready so that we can imbue these into the Dusk Runes. Well, actually, I'm going to get the slates and the Dusk Runes and everything together, as well as a bunch more ritual stones, so that I can show you the ritual that I really want to build out of all of this. Back soon. Alrighty folks, have my materials together. Couple of things that gotta happen. First, this thing gotta go. It has outlived its usefulness. As such, to make that process easy, I'm gonna make myself diamond pickaxe. Wait, hang on. Give me a moment here. And I'm going to grab my activation crystal. Deactivated, good. Activate my ritual of binding. And create myself a bound pickaxe. Don't want that fire there to accidentally destroy the new item that I am creating. There we go. Now, why the bound pickaxe? Because it can gather an awful lot of things an awful lot of fast. You just want to be careful using it where you live. All right, let me check my amount of essence available. 33,000. That is cutting it close, but will likely be plenty-ish here. You know what? I'm going to toss this Master Blood Orb in here, and I'm going to let it fill up a bit and do a couple more stabbies to just get myself up over 50, and I'll be a little bit happier with that, yeah. It'll just be safer. Alright, that last 10,000 or so will drain into it, and then I'll be up over 50, and everybody will be happy. And by everybody, I mean me. So, the bound pickaxe works a lot like the bound sword. It will clear out basically any block that a pickaxe can mine. Cost 5 LP per block mined, and consumes about 20 LP every 4 seconds or so it's active, I believe. Okay. The other thing that it can do when it's active... you know what? I want my flight potion for this. It's actually going to be really useful. That was the last, so we'll give my flight potion. Need to refill that thing. We'll handle that next episode. And I'm going to want my golden apples on hand. So, this will clear an 11 by 11 by 11 area if I point at a block that it can clear and right-click. And it will drop all of the blocks that it picks up on top of me. If I had Silk Touch on it, it would happily Silk Touch them. I don't, so they're just getting dropped. And this is allowing me to clean up my... Right. Details. It uses 10,000 LP per click. So there you have it, folks. First-hand demonstration of why this item is so dangerous. And me needing to probably rebuild a bunch of my stuff, unless I got lucky and the vacuum hopper caught it. Except the vacuum hopper's full, so it probably didn't catch anything. Okay. Well, that puts me in a spot. Alright, I'm going to handle recovering from that bit of silliness off camera. You know, I just told myself I needed to make sure I had enough. Keep myself safe, too. Let's go check to see if anything did happen to survive up here. Oh, come on. But... There we go. Alright, this is getting silly. There we are. Not seeing anything. I am probably SOL on any of my things having survived this. Well, that's just unpleasant and unfortunate. There's a creeper down there. You know what, creeper? I ain't got time for you anymore. Ha! Okay. So, back to the drawing board. I think we're going to call it there with that little bit of derp. I will get myself put back together between this episode and next, so that you guys don't have to spend a bunch of time watching me rebuild things I've already built. Till then, enjoy the derp. Yeah. And I'll see you next time.